clear to play. MiniWarGaming's Beat the Cooler Bat Rap!
Hey there, MiniWarGamers. Owen here from MiniWarGaming with Mike to play yet another game of Warmachine. Once again, I'm playing Menoth against his trolls. This time, though, I'm bringing back eFeora because Epic Krios is being painted right now. And Adjudicator. So we've already deployed, we've already rolled off. We're just going to kill each other, whoever can kill the other caster. We're bringing back the old kill box. So if you get within 12 inches of the board edge, you lose after turn 2. And I'll show you the armies. So here we have Mike's troll army. What do we got?
We've got Storm Troll, Janessa, Impaler, Axer, Rock, my caster, Jarl, a Rune Bearer, and the Wagon.
There you go, that's 35 points. Here's my 35 points. We've got Paladin of the Wall, Vilman, the Adjudicator, eFeora, Little Vassal hanging out behind the Adjudicator, Knight Exemplar Seneschal with Bruce Lee as my Adjutant Order of the Fist, and then 5 of my Cav. Good old Avengers. And he's got first turn, so stay tuned for Trolls turn 1.
And Trolls turn 1 starts off with his War Wagon, just marching right up, because normally he hangs back, and this time Mike wanted to just get right up in my face, attack with his Trolls. And so his Axer comes running up, his War Wagon moves up, his Lightning Troll just runs. He doesn't rile it. He was thinking about riling it and then decides to just run up. And next we've got his Mauler, who gets Quicken on it, or rather his caster's using Quicken first on the Mauler. Oh no, it's not a Mauler. This one's a Rock. He's the better Mauler. He's like the character Mauler. Basically, in my mind. I don't actually know if that's the case, because I don't know Trollbloods. But, I mean, I play them all the time now, so it's slowly coming together. The Impaler moves up, hanging out behind the front line of giant monsters, and then his Janessa and caster move up. Fiora starts off, she casts Escort, like she always does, and then casts Ignite, like she always does, on the Cav there. And then she just kind of walks up, hangs out behind that wall, because that's what she does. The Adjudicator, now getting to move 6 inches thanks to Escort, moves up and stands right up beside her. He fires a rocket at his caster, because I can, so it's a little bit past that one guy. And so where do these rockets go? Now the deviation begins. So that fire is where they're ending up, or starting from. So the red one is the direction. So it goes 2 to 1. So basically it's going forward 2 inches. Bloop, which does not quite reach anyone. And then from there, it deviates again, and it goes 3 to 4, which basically pushes it right back and touches that Axer. And so he gets lit on fire, and it's dice minus like 11. Nothing. But he's on fire, which is the point. Firing another rocket, same place. And so it deviates from here. 1 to 2. So, not exactly getting all over the place, but it goes an inch. And then from there, it deviates once again. 5 to 5. So, it now faces the direction that it deviated and then moves 5 inches. So it ends up pretty much right on Janessa's head, or at least next to her. And so she gets hit. She's lit on fire. She's not as tough. So I'm going to boost the damage against her because I have a free focus, might as well. And I do 2. So I actually did some damage, which is nice to see. And then my little no one worry about him vassal moves up behind the Adjudicator, and he lets him shoot it again. And so he fires another shot, which goes 6 to 6. Kind of not where I want it. So first thing it does goes over top of Janessa, and then the second one deviates from there. 1 to 6 or 2 to 6. So it just goes off towards the woods. But I do hit Janessa, and it does nothing. Oh, that's that. The monk moves up, does shifting sands. My exemplar runs up because he doesn't care about that. The paladins, they kind of just shift up. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made last time, so they are both impervicing wall. And my cavalry move up. My Vengers get up to the edge, and they're going to start lining up. And I just got Ancestor Krios. Spoiler alert. And I gotta paint him. And now that my thumb's healed, I can do it. But anyway, that's a little bit of an off-topic thing, and who knows what order these will come out in and whether you'll see that. So, fire damage. 4 damage to Janissa, or 5 damage to Janissa. She barely survives. And then dice minus 6 on this guy, because it does not go out. It does 6 to his 5. Ooh, boxcars. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he goes over, but he ends up coming back, so it's all but one of his spirit is destroyed. He upkeeps Quicken, because that's what he wanted to do. And then he has his Impaler use its Animus on his caster. So he has effectively Snipe. And then it moves up. Gonna hide up behind the battle engine there. And then Rock, he just moves up a little bit. And then he riles it for 2. Yep, there you go. So he riles Rock and moves him up. He moves up his Axer a little bit, and he also riles him for 1. Or rather, he forces him to heal for 1. There we go. It's not a rile, it's a force to heal. So he then riles it again, or riles it for the first time, rather, because he healed it the last time. Janissa moves up behind the Lightning Troll and the Axer and throws down the one move that Janissa always does, the wall. And then his caster, he's debating how he wants to do this, but he decides to just move up because he does have effectively Snipe on him. But first he has his Stonebearer do Harmonious Exaltation and move up. But then he realized that you have to do Harmonious after you move, so he just kind of moves up and then tilts him a little bit. So that's how we were able, because I just explained how it works with the actions. So anyway, that works. And he shoots at the Judicator, which hit, and dice minus 7. He does 2 points of damage to my 1, but now he gets to bounce, which he actually forgot to cast the Black Penny at the beginning, or Magic Bullet rather, so it didn't actually bounce, and now he does it again, because he did actually cast it this time, which hits, and then dice minus 7. He boosts it because he can, and does a grand total of 2 to my 1. So 2 more to 1, and he's on my right side, so right there. Now it does bounce because of Black Penny, and he goes right for my poor little defenseless vassal, and it kills him. He didn't deserve that. And then he does his feat to create clouds. So 1. And once again, unfortunately, we don't have clouds made up for this yet, and we really gotta. I'm thinking I might just buy him some clouds or make some clouds for him, because I play against this feat all the time, and we don't have enough 4-inch AoEs to go around. But I think it's something that we could definitely look into. Maybe get some rings or something like that. And so he just places these clouds so they're all 4 inches apart, which means that they're basically touching each other, and thus I can't see through those, and I will get minuses if I go into them. And so then he does tactical maneuver or whatever it is on his troll there, so he can move his big guy. And now I get my focus back. I upkeep my 2 spells that are out, Escort and Ignite. Fiora jumps up on top of the hilltop, standing next to Bruce Lee. And Bruce moves up, does Shifting Sands, because he's not afraid of nothing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The Pally here does Stone and Mortar and Impervious Wall, as does Vilman, so they both just sit there and just tank up. My Seneschal moves up, and he's just kind of deciding where he wants to stand. Then the Judicator moves up, and he stands in front of Fiora, and the worst thing that I could have done is I forget to shoot him, because he was able to see one of them, which really bums me out, because I would have actually been able to shoot, because Rock was inside the AoE. So I forgot to shoot him, and I'm going to pay for that. But my Vengers move up, and they, once again, they're lining themselves up for a counter charge when he hits me, and then I hit him. Basically where I'm going, and they have Ignite, so they have +2 POW and critical fire. Fire goes out on Janissa, which is the perfect thing because she only has 1 box, but not so lucky on the Troll because he's now near Fiora. He upkeeps Quicken, and that's about it. He then does Rush on his Rock. I'm getting a little bit confused here. So there we go. He does Rush on Rock. And then uses his Axer to charge Vilman, which I did explain to him that he won't be able to hurt me, but he just kind of ran over there anyway because it was a failed charge. He just went to get the distance. So he's over there now, and unfortunately can't do anything about it. Caster does Magic Bullet and moves up, and he shoots at my Seneschal and boosts to hit because, in all honesty, he's trying to kill the monk. So he hits. He does 2 points of damage. So 1, 2. And then from there it bounces within 4, so he doesn't have to roll to hit, so it's just dice damage, which is more than enough. And I don't tough, because I never tough. So that's the end of him. And the Seneschal heals another 1, so he's down to 1 point of damage on him. Bloop. And now he fires another shot at my Paladin over on the edge there. So he needs a 6 to hit. Here we go, hits. And then a bunch of big dice minus because he didn't realize I'm armor 21 with Stone and Mortar. Bounces to Vilman. He rolls boxcars. And so Vilman takes 3 and he goes down to 2 boxes left. So I got my free strike against Rock, who charged in against my Judicator and did 8 points of damage, a little bit to his spirit, a little bit to his mind. And then Rock did charge in because we had to move it, adjust the order there because I forgot to attack, but he let me have it. So didn't mess it up though. So it hits with his spray and it does 2 damage to my 1, or 1 damage to my 1. There we go. So first thing, needs a 3 to hit. He hits. Dice plus 1. So he does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Next attack hits. And the third attack, or sorry, now he's rolling for damage, which he rolls boxcars. So it's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then he buys an attack, which hits. Dice plus 1. So he rolls 8, I think it was. 1, 2. So roll again because he's got to go on to the next column. Column 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Buys yet another attack and hits. And then from here he does dice plus 1. So he does another 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, or sorry, another 5. And that's it. So he wasn't able to kill the Judicator. He's no Mulg. But then he sends his Storm Troll in against my Seneschal, who he boosts to hit, which hits. And then dice minus 5. But it doesn't matter because he's dead. He's only had 4 boxes. He did exactly enough to kill him. If not for the fact that he had taken that 1. Oh well, that's okay. He gets knocked down. If he does kill any other of my living models within 10 inches, that Seneschal will stand back up again. But it's basically dependent on whether he does that or not. He then moves up his wagon to shoot at Vilman. And once again, it doesn't matter because he can't hurt him because he's got Impervious Wall and he doesn't have a magic gun. And the Impaler moves up just to hang out. Once again, I upkeep Ignite and Escort, and now I actually give a bunch of focus to my Judicator. I was debating whether I wanted to upkeep it, because I do want to camp a bit, but I give a bunch of focus to the Judicator, because he's got to kill that heavy troll, and my Seneschal does die, because he's got nothing going for him. So the Judicator takes a swing with his left hand that's not messed up, which misses, because I need 6s to hit. So, buys an attack, misses, buys an attack, hits, there we go. So, he does 8 points of damage, I believe, to his 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he's only armor 18 then. Dice plus 2. So 6, buying another attack, he misses yet again. And I'm buying my last attack, which also misses. So out of the 5 attacks that he made there, he missed 4 of them. So my Knights then charge in. Now, unfortunately, thanks to their spears, they can't actually, like, they are base to base, but we couldn't actually make them fit. But they're there, they charge, he goes for the Storm Troll, the other one goes for that troll as well. And then the last one, he charges over onto Janissa, because he can. So there they are. So 3 to hit. He hits, Now, if you could leave a comment below, because I'm not sure how this works, but do impact hits benefit from the charge bonus that you get for being cavalry? As in, like, do you get the +2 mat that you get for hitting with your other weapon? Leave a comment below, let me know. And it doesn't really come up here, but just in case, I'd like to know in the future. And so he hits and then does no damage with his horse. And now his other attack from his other knight hits and dice -2. He does 8 to his 4, which finally kills Rock. And that's that for Rock. So this knight then charges in, hitting the Storm Troll. He hits with his lance. And he does dice, because this one's only armor 16. And I do 11 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bam. And then his mount attacks. Because, like, right there, it doesn't matter if the mount hits or not. And he does a little bit of damage there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, leave a comment below, let me know for sure. If not, then we can always make it right for the next one. But that's what I want to know. So, now I attack with my lance. I hit with my lance again. And he does another 11 points of damage, which does kill that troll. And then his mount attack hits the little guy, which kills him too. And then he does take the fury off of his storm troll, and that's about it. And then my attack on Janissa misses. I needed a 5 to hit. So that happened. And the mount attack, of course, misses as well. Because Vilman was knocked down thanks to that ability, he does stand up and do Impervious Wall. The other paladin, though, charges the Axer, and he hits him barely because he's mat 8. And then dice -3, dice -4. So he does another 9 points of damage, or 10 points of damage. eFeora take a swing at the whelp, but unfortunately she misses. So stay tuned for part 2 to see how this bad rep ends.